It's Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and this beer review has been probably 11 years in the making. I'll tell you for why now. It's a bottle of Wrexham Export Lager coming in at 5% ABV in a 330 milliliter bottle. There's a look at the bottle. There's the gold bottle cap. Without further ado, let's get the beer out into a glass, see what we get. Looking forward to this tonight, I must admit. Back to an evening schedule tonight, 25 to 8, having a lager. Now, I was talking about 11 years in the making this beer review. What I mean by that is that when I started 11 years ago, I always meant to get round to reviewing this. It was always in my local supermarket. But with other beers on the supermarket shelf and purchasing beer from bottle shops and American craft beer and everything else that was going on, I never got round to it. And then it disappeared for 7 years, 8 years. And now it's back with a gold medal award in 2020. So it's been back a couple of years already, a year or two. And I've finally got round to reviewing. I picked it up in Sainsbury's. We got a 2-finger white head, good levels of carbonation, light, very light straw, amber coloured beer, loads of onrushing carbonation. It's a clear looking beer. Let's get the aroma. It smells pretty good. It has the aroma, for me, first off, of a Helles lager. Maybe kind of Helles stroke Pilsner. There's definitely an element of sweetness in there, but then again there's definitely an element of bitterness in there. You can just pick it up from the sweetness of the malt and the hops that are coming through. And the hops are, it's almost like stinging nettle. A stinging nettle kind of hoppiness. A pepperiness, a spiciness, a slight lemon aroma. It smells really, really good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. It's okay. It's okay. I was expecting a little bit more, if I'm perfectly honest. I was expecting more bitterness. Really was expecting a lot more bitterness from this beer. So that kind of Helles lager flavour I was picking up, or aroma should I say, earlier on, yeah, it's kind of coming through. It's coming true. Helles, not as hoppy. It's not as hoppy as a German Helles lager. I had the Weihenstephaner Helles lager, which was fantastic. It had a little bit more bitterness than this. This is tasting a bit like one of those kind of Dortmunder. Remember I did a beer review in that German hotel of the Dortmunder export beers, which were very sweet and had little bitterness, and the Pilsner styles in Germany completely wiped away the Dortmunder export style of beer. Well, this feels very much like that, very much like a Dortmunder export. This really isn't that much bitterness at all in this beer. Very sweet, very sweet. It's a bit of a shame, really. A bit of a shame. I was really looking forward to this because it took me so long to get round to it. Cwrw Cymru means beer Wales on the label. Brewed at Wrexham Lager Beer Company Limited, George Crescent, Wrexham. Contains malted Pilsner barley. And they could have done with throwing some hops in it as well. brewed to the original 1882 recipe, and it won a Frankfurt International Trophy, a gold medal, in Frankfurt in Germany. Wow. Wow. That strikes me as really really unusual. Really unusual that this beer has gone to Germany and has won a... Maybe it won a gold medal for like international beers, international lagers, and not many people entered. Sorry for being so... But it's not hoppy enough. It's not hoppy enough. I'm struggling with this. I'm struggling. I mean, if I had a barbecue with friends, or I'm going out, some of you guys will know that I'm going up to Huddersfield on Wednesday to see John from Lord's Brewing Company, and then I'm going over to Liverpool to see the guys at Glen Affric Brewery, and so I'm a few days there, and then I wake up Saturday morning in Liverpool. I have to travel down to South Wales because I need to get home, and there's a family party going on. So it's like a Halloween party going on here. So when I get back, because I don't think I'm going to have time before, I need to get some beers in. I need to get some lagers or some ales. If this was really good, then there's no reason why I wouldn't have picked up a stack of this, whacked them in the fridge, and enjoyed some Welsh lager. But for me, it's too sweet, and it really isn't hoppy enough. It really isn't hoppy enough for my tastes. Good lacing. Beer looks okay, pretty good. The aroma is okay. I actually like the aroma more than I like the taste. They've been brewing this beer since 1882. So you've got to be asking yourself now, because the Dortmunder export was exported all over the world. Was that style of beer, did it make it to Wrexham? Is this really a Dortmunder export beer? I mean, it's got export lager written on the label. So there's the clue. Did somebody from North Wales enjoy a Dortmunder export that much that they decided to brew it themselves, and they never ever mentioned it? That's what I think has happened here. It took 8 minutes to work it out, but I think that's a Dortmunder export style beer. Not hoppy enough for me. I won't be buying it again. Rating. I wish it was a Pilsner. I wish Wrexham Lager was a Pilsner, because I would have really liked it. There's nothing wrong with the malt. There's nothing wrong with anything in the beer other than it's not hoppy enough for my taste. I like it. It's 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.